I don't know what day it is when you're watching this, but today is June 14th and summer is really heating up. So I wanted to give you 5 essential campfire songs because I know some of you guys are going to be hanging out camping around the campfire and you'll need something to play. The first song is CCR's. Have you ever seen the rain? The chords you need to know for this are C with a B in the bass, A minor, G major, and an F major. You can get away with one strumming pattern pretty much for this entire song, and it's just a strict alternating down and upstroke 8th note pattern like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and maybe some accents in there too. For the verse, you have 4 measures of C, 2 measures of G, and then 2 measures of C, and you can repeat that. So here's one time through the main progression. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4G, back to C. And you can go to C7 there when you go into the chorus. For the chorus, you go to an F for 1 measure, then a G for 1 measure, a C for 1 measure with the walk down to the B right in the middle of it, and then an A minor for 1 measure. So that little chunk of it. And you play that twice, and the next little chunk of the chorus to kind of round it out is just F for 1 measure, G, C. And you can put that little rhythm in there for the da 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 da. Or you can do the little walk down. Ever been in a bar or an outing where this song comes on, then you know people love to sing along to it. It's Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond, and the chords you need to know for this one are a B, and you can use a power chord or a major chord. You need an E, an F sharp, a B6 comes in handy. If you don't know that, it's just like a regular B. You just flatten out your finger to get that high E string as well. You need a D sharp minor all the way up here, and then a C sharp minor. And that's it for this song. And the strumming pattern you can use for the entire thing if you want. Keep it really simple, just chord and note downstrokes. So the verse starts off on 2 measures of B, 1, then E for 2 measures, back to a B for 2 measures, then an F sharp for 2 measures. And that's the basic chord progression for the verse. You repeat that twice for the first one, and you'll feel it out as far as when that chord progression comes up. And I put a little decoration in there as far as the strumming. 1, 2, and 3, 4. The pre-chorus of the song goes to B for 2 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then a B6 for 2 measures. Then an F sharp for 2 measures. Then an E for 2, back to an F sharp for 2. That leads you into the chorus where you go to a B for 1 measure, 1, 2, 3, 4, then E for 3 measures, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, F sharp for 1 measure, and the next measure you have 1, 2 on an F sharp, and then 3 on the E, and then 4 back to the F sharp. And then for the next part of the chorus, B for 1 measure, E for 3 measures, and then F sharp 1, 2, E for 3, 4, and here comes the D sharp minor 1, 2, and then the C sharp minor for 3, 4. Tune Wonderwall by Oasis, and I'm using a capo on this one to play it in the original key, but you don't have to have a capo. You can just use G shapes like we're doing here. I'm simplifying the strumming pattern here to make it easier for you to learn. So the strumming pattern we're going to be using is just this. 1 and 2 and And you just play that over and over again for each chord change or for each 2 beats. There is a tab that I have available for you with a more complicated strumming pattern that's more like the original tune. You can use whichever one you want. The chords you need to have down for this song are an E minor 7, G major, D sus 4, A7 sus 4, C add 9, and then a D over F sharp. Okay, so it starts off on an E minor 7 with that simple strumming pattern, down, 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 up. Then a G, D, A7 sus 4. And that's the main progression for the verse. And you'll be able to tell when that comes around and when you're supposed to play that in the verses. In the first verse, there is one connector that doesn't show up anywhere else in the song, and it's this right here. C add 9, D sus 4, then the A7 sus 4. So that takes care of the main progressions for the verses. For the pre-chorus, this is probably the most involved progression, actually. It goes to a C add 9, D, and then an E minor 7. Do that again. One more time for the C, the D, and then you have a little walk down here. You can play quarter note G, D over F sharp, then an E minor 7, then a G for one measure. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you go to an A7 sus 4 for 2 measures. That leads you into the main chord progression for the chorus. Probably the easiest one to get through is just a C add 9 for one strumming pattern, then an E minor 7 for one strumming pattern. That takes care of the first measure. Second measure is just a G, one strumming pattern, or beats 1 and 2, and then an E minor 7. And anytime the chorus comes around, you just cycle that progression. Stand By Me by Ben E. King, another one everyone loves to sing along to. The chords you need to know for this one are an A major, an F sharp minor, D major, and an E major. And this one's cool because you get to use the standard down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, strumming pattern like this. It's really good practice for getting that down. So the way this goes is just get your A major on there for 2 measures, down, down, up, down, 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 up. Then you have to switch to that F sharp minor. And a lot of people have trouble switching from that A or any open chord to a bar chord. So this is a really good exercise for that too. You may need to isolate that change. But then you have 2 measures of that F sharp minor. Let's switch to a D for 1 measure. Then to an E for 1 measure. Back to A for 2 measures. And that can get you through the entire song. This has got to be my favorite Campfire song. It's Free Fallin' by Tom Petty. There's only a few chords you need to know for it. An F major, F sus 4, a C major, and then if you want to play the bridge, you can use just an F power chord, a B flat power chord, and then a C power chord too. I have 2 pretty simple strumming patterns for you, but they're really all you need to get through the entire song. You could play 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and for the first measure of the simple version, so it's just 1 and 2, and on the end of 2, just switch to the F sus 4 chord. And then for the next measure, play that F sus 4 chord on the 1, 1, and to the F on and then on the and of 2, go to a C major chord. So just work on getting that down. Listen to the song. I'm sure you'll hear the rhythm. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. If you want to make this a strumming pattern a little more complicated or a little more involved, all you have to do is play 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E. That's the main strumming pattern. It's a little bit easier to hear than it is to describe it. So let me just play it for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the basic one for the first measure of this. For the next measure, it kind of starts out the same way as the simple one. And then. So the second measure of this one is. And when you put both of them together. And the last thing is just when you get to the bridge, it kind of breaks it down and goes. And you're just using your F, B flat, and C power chords. And the counting on there is just 3 eighth notes on an F power chord, 1 and 2, and then slide up to the B flat, and 3 and 4 and 1, then back down to the F and 2, then up to the C, and 3 and 4 and. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Are you kidding me? Did you really think I was going to let you get out of a Campfire video song without teaching you Kumbaya? Let's take a look at that one as a last bonus song. Okay, the version I took this from is the Seeker's version because it's pretty generic, very easy. The only chords you need to know to play this song are a G, a C, and a D. And it's a really simple strumming pattern. It's just a 2-beat strumming pattern, down, down, up. So it starts out, and I'm going to sing, so forgive me, but here it goes. Kumbaya, my Lord, kumbaya. The only really tricky part of this song is toward the end when you have the turnaround. The chord changes just come quicker, so you have to be really ready for them and stay on top of things. But seriously, that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video and you get a lot of mileage out of these songs this summer or whenever you're hanging out with your family and friends. Let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite Campfire song? See ya. Kumbaya, my Lord.
We gotta layer that.
Yeah. Kumbaya, my Lord. Kumbaya.